Yes, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. We got someone in the corner, right? Got someone in the corner, and I'm not bothered, but I'm just excited. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. My name is Cossy. Hector Bellerin has asked officially to leave Arsenal. Inter Milan is the club, is the final destination, and Arsenal still have to agree with terms with Inter Milan as well. James Maddison tempted by that number 10 offer, and we are gonna speak about that. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Let's get this to our normal 300 likes. I'm so proud of you guys. The 300 mark has become so normal, so let's get them to 300 likes, and make sure if there is anything you're not happy with, keep your comments respectful, but let me know down in the comments, because for me it really means a lot. We're gonna speak a couple of things. James Maddison offered that shirt number 10 at Arsenal, and he wants to put it on. I would have given it to Emil Smith, bro, but we're gonna speak about that. And then Hector Bellerin and the situation around the right back. So many people have been asking me, and finally we do have an update around that as well. And maybe this is the right time to speak transfers after the Euros. Smash the like button. Let's get into it. Before we get any further, right, we do have a friendly tomorrow. Our preseason actually starts tomorrow, and we are playing Hibernian away from home in Scotland. We shall have two games in Scotland, on one against of course one against Hibernian, and the other is against Rangers. So two games in Scotland. Our preseason starts tomorrow on Tuesday. If you'd love to watch that game, make sure you go onto the Arsenal website. Of course, that's the only way you're gonna watch the games. It is the Arsenal website. I might do a watch along if I get a clear picture of that game. I'll be doing watch alongs of that game, so of those games of the preseason. So make sure, or maybe I'll do match reactions, things like that. I'll try to see how I can provide the content around the preseason as well. So the big update around around that is our preseason starts then. The likes of Saka, the likes of course Saka and Ben White will not be joining us for the preseason, and this is the reason. Now Saka has been with England in the Euros, and it's gonna rest for, I mean, it's proposed that these players could rest for around 21 days. 21 days, and that could also slow up the Ben White deal. We know it was expected the Arsenal could actually wrap up that deal and announce it this week, but that could actually slow up the deal, because if the player is going out on a rest period for around 20 days, then probably it might, I'm not really so sure about this, but let's see how things will unfold. But Saka will be out of our preseason for 21 days, and of course that is it. Other players that are at Arsenal and have been with England in the Euros will actually have some period of time to rest. But the likes of Nuno Tavares, the likes of Albert Sambi-Lokonga, the new signings, those ones will be part of our preseason. So make sure you do watch that game. It's on the Arsenal website. It will cost you around 7.99 euros. That is roughly, that is 8 euros, which is, if you convert to if you convert to Ugandan currency, if, people living in Uganda, because I know so many of you watch this channel, then you'll be around, you're bound to pay around 50,000, approximately 50,000 Ugandan shillings to watch that game. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that is our Arsenal, so we've got to support the lads. Come on, the lads, beat for us Hibernian, and I'll be absolutely gutted and happy with that performance. Let's get into it. I'll start off with James Maddison and then end up with Hector Bellerin. James Maddison apparently wants to put on that shirt number 10 at Arsenal. Now, the contract and the offer that was given to James Maddison from Arsenal is reportedly an iconic shirt number 10. Well, it's iconic. I think it is iconic. The iconic shirt number 10, and also to double his salaries. Now, the reports indicate that James Maddison is actually interested in is actually tempted by the offer at Arsenal. He would love to get that shirt number 10. He would love to be that attacking midfielder that Mikel Arteta actually works with next summer. And for me, with the number 10, with the number 10 situation, I think Maddison is a perfect player. With the shirt number 10, rather, I think, I think I would give it to Emil Smith Rowe. You know, if you watch me on this channel for a year now, you know how much I love Emil Smith Rowe. I've rated him. I've always asked for him, even when he started, before he started, playing for Arsenal, way back in December 2020. I always said one person, one player that can actually give us what Mesut Ozil, gives us, at least try to give us that. For me, it is Emil Smith Rowe. So look. As part of the negotiations, because I think James Maddison, even if you don't give him that shirt number 10, of course he would love the consistency. From Leicester City shirt number 10 to Arsenal shirt number 10, he would love the consistency. But for me, I would give it to Emil Smith Rowe. I just feel like Smith Rowe deserves it. I feel like Smith Rowe deserves it, and it would be a point of motivation. It would be, you could use it in the negotiations of against Emil Smith Rowe. Tell him, you know what, lad. Can I put on the shirt number 10 at Arsenal, and you're gonna get the game time? It means so much. It really means so much. If you tell Emil Smith Rowe that you're literally the next Dennis Parker, you're the current Dennis Parker at Arsenal. But people, what do you think? Do we give shirt number 10 to Maddison? Do we give it to Emil Smith Rowe? Let me know down in the comments. Let's see if we can get to 50 comments and 350 likes on this video. Right. Let's speak about Hector Bellerin and the right back situation at Arsenal. I've told you this before, and I say it again. I'm more interested in how Arsenal will actually line up next season. I'm more interested in how our squad will look like next season. And for me, or for anyone who follows this channel, you know how valuable quality in the squad matters to me. You know how much I value quality in this squad. Sky Sports have been reporting about Hector Bellerin, and I think he's one of those players that are really not good enough. I think we really need to get in, a good right back. We've been linked with a couple of them, Rizzo Baku, Jeremy Doku, as well as the likes of Max Aarons, the likes of Tariq Lamptey, but we have not gone down to solve the first question: is Hector Bellerin, who actually captained Arsenal in one of the games in this season, ridiculous, is he living or not living? Right? So according to Sky Sport, they're saying Hector Bellerin has told at Arsenal that he wants to leave the club. He wants to go to Inter Milan as a priority, but it's up to the clubs to work on the deal and find the best solution. Hector Bellerin spoke with Arsenal and is requested to leave now. He wants to go to Inter. It is his priority. Now the clubs have to work on it and find the best formula. Sky Sports at Matteo Moreto. It's Moreto, right? Not really so close to as a journalist, but I probably give him a follow. It really means a lot. Matteo Moreto giving us that update. Big up Matteo Moreto, working with Sky Sport as well. So you could give him, you could give her a follow. Matteo Moreto, she looks like a lady, and you could give her a follow on Twitter. It really means a lot when you guys follow the best journalists, because you will get informed all the time. So what we are talking about at the moment, is Hector Bellerin has told Arsenal, I want to go. Let me go. It is time up for me. The fans have bullied me enough. I have brought enough sorrow to this Arsenal fan base. It's time for me to leave. And I'm gonna say this. I'm not really gonna say fair play, because he doesn't deserve it, honestly. Unless I'm so wrong, I don't think he deserves a fair play as Hector Bellerin. But I think it's the right move for Hector Bellerin to do. You've got to move on. You've got to go to somewhere where you can play your kind of football. And Arsenal is not welcome. So the problem with the deal now is Arsenal have to find what you would call as a consensus. They have to find they have to find a common ground, and on which we can agree with Inter Milan. The problem is that Inter wants a loan deal with an option to buy. Arsenal wants either a loan deal with an obligation to buy, with money stipulated, or a permanent deal. And that is where the problems are. And what I think with Inter Milan is their approach is a little bit cunning, because they know at this point in time, if they get if they get the player at such a ridiculous amount, sorry, at such a ridiculous offer, they can eventually go out there and fail to pay for him. That's the first thing. Or if they decide to pay for him, they could give us so less money because he'll be in the last year of his contract. You don't want that. It's time when you can get good money from Hector Bellerin. And if he wants to join Inter Milan, he's got to tell them to pay off his money. Right. My name is Cossy. That is the update around the club right now. James Maddison to wear that iconic shirt number 10. What are your thoughts? Let's get to 50 comments down there, and you should be one of them. Let's get to as many likes as 350, the minimum. And of course, I'll speak to you very, very soon.